outside of Albarari right now. So Albarari is one of the um, most expensive areas in Dubai. It's extremely green, it's very beautiful, and you have seen the security near the entrance, so you can't get in just like that. You can't just walk in. You need to know villa, or maybe your friends live in some villa or whatever. You can't just get in just like that, but it's extremely nice. It's very beautiful. We will show you right now how beautiful it is inside. So, interesting fact about Albarari is that as I already said, it's extremely beautiful inside, but you can't see actually the owners themselves walking. Never. So interesting fact that it's very in Dubai in general, but here of course it's super secure. It's very safe. So you can see the guy there. It's very funny because actually even at night he's always there. He's driving this little motorcycle, and it's very safe to live here. You can leave your things. Nobody will ever steal anything. So you're wondering like which nationalities actually live here. So right now I think they were British or probably Australian that live here, Russians, Ukrainians, some locals, but usually locals live in Jumeirah because they tend to live always together, because it is considered very privileged to live with them, and it's not always possible because you need to have a separate, I don't know how it's called, but like a pass to live
Not
with
really a
them.
pass. Every single house in the district has to give you the permission as a foreigner to live with them. So even if one owner of the house says no, you can't live in the same district.
Also, there are a lot of Chinese, very many Chinese. Actually, I think most of people that I've seen here, they are Chinese, African also, and
Russian.
Russian, yes, I already mentioned. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen one, but I'm not sure. I think they were Pakistani family. But you can rarely see anyone working here. Anyone, which is very weird, because okay, in summer it's super hot. It's normal that everyone stays inside, but in winter the walk is very pleasant. You can even put a sweater in the evening because it's quite chilly in the evening, and you can have lunch here, you can have breakfast here, but it's always empty, always, which is, I don't know, for me it's super weird. This is probably here one of my favorite territories in whole Albarari. Here, when it was actually, it was in the beginning of May or at the end of April, and we had lunch here very often. We'll show you now the table.
Not
where
really
we had
lunch, never lunch,
Sorry,
breakfast.
You can
During
also-
lunch you can already die here. But look how beautiful it is here.
You have also to pay attention to this bench. I think it's super cool, very artsy. So we had breakfast here, and it looks like you can have birthday parties here, even probably the wedding, because it looks so nice. And
In the evening the lights are on.
It's amazing in the evening.
Tiny piece of paradise. If you don't mind, plus 45. So every morning we woke up to have breakfast here, and not even single day someone else was here to have breakfast or just coffee or whatever. No one. Never. And you can also hear the water, like the tiny waterfall.
The only thing that here in May, the mosquitoes are like crazy. You can't even sit here, even in the morning. like me personally, they bite like crazy. So the mosquitoes here they're huge, and they are it's very painful when they actually bite you. But I also want to mention that today is September 11th, and it's bearable outside, so it's not so hot and not so humid.
But it's already
Um,
6 p.m.
It's already 6 p.m. But like probably 10 days ago, it was like hell. You go out even at 9, 10, 11 p.m. and even your underwear is wet. It's like you're just all sweating, like it's unbearable, and you can't breathe. It feels like you're in the middle of sauna. So it's very difficult actually. It's a very difficult climate because we arrived here at the end of March, and it was okay. It was bearable, but it was
Well,
quite difficult
no,
already.
by bearable, you mean it was bearable in the morning and in the evening, not during the day.
But already in April, I would say, already in the beginning of April, it was even in the morning, it was very difficult because Yulia started to work at 7, for example, a.m. and it was very difficult to be outside. That is why people here it's like it's not very nice.
I wanted to show a bird, but disappear.
And April, May, June, July, August, it's unbearable. It's like people that have a chance, of course, here most people that own these villas, they're not here. These villas are empty, especially in summer, because obviously these people, they have a possibility to go to Europe, for example, I don't know, to Greece and stay there or whatever in any country, because, and I understand them because it's a very, very difficult climate. If you like nature, it would be very difficult for you to live here, especially in summer. Because when we arrived here, I said it's the perfect place to be a blogger here. But then I changed my mind because you can't actually, I think maybe it's around 3 months that you can actually make pictures outside, and that's it. We've seen a couple of bloggers here, and honestly, I don't imagine even how they managed to make pictures because it's unbearably hot. I think they were like sweating and
No, they do take pictures, but they're always inside. Like, okay, this is... I'm not sure for how long people leave cars here, but you need to understand that everything is covered with dust very, very quickly here. Like, look. The perks of living in the desert.
maybe like 3 weeks ago we had a sandstorm here, and it was terrible. I don't remember how many times, like if I'm not mistaken, 300 something times the
Air quality was more than 300 times
actually this is in the shape of the heart if you look
above
closer to this tree.
above the limit of like normal air quality.
So like this, for example, this place looks to be like just, I don't know, it doesn't even, I can't even imagine when somebody actually lives inside of this place because it's all marble, and I don't know, it seems like it's a place for gathering, something like this, but not for living.
The thing is, which is really strange, that you can barely see or hear any kids play outside, even in winter. A lot of people move here from like cold countries to avoid spending so much time out, like in freezing cold temperature outside, but at the end they stay inside under aircon. So I'm not quite sure which one is better. staying inside all of the time and dreaming of fresh air, or like, I don't know, 3 months of hellish winter, but then the whole rest of the time you have fresh air. Here, I don't know, maybe 2 months top. It's like maximum 3 months maximum you have fresh air. The rest of the time you're just like a fish outside of water, barely surviving.
So here is another magical place. It's called Mediterranean Garden. We just arrived here. I thought I will be coming here very often. I will just sit, read a book, enjoy this beauty, but it's not possible because of the weather, because of this extreme heat in here, and which is quite sad because it's amazing.
Okay, we need to show one more place. Or maybe actually it's not here.
It's here, it's here. One thing about Dubai is also the smell. You never here you can never smell the smell of nature, never. When we went back in July, we went back to Europe, and the smell of nature, it smells so incredible.
It's not here.
I miss it so much in here because yes, everything is very beautiful, but you still understand that it's all artificial.
But it's not about artificial, because all these plants are not artificial, but because of humidity and extreme heat, the air is not fresh. It's like, even if it smells like trees, it's you're not enjoying the oxygen because there is no oxygen. Okay, this is the place we used to sit, enjoy waterfall. Well, I used to enjoy waterfall. Elena was being eaten by mosquitoes. Let's have a couple of minutes of rest.
So here also they say that Sheikh lives here from locals, and if you have watched Real Housewives of Dubai, a British woman, lady, Carolyn Sandbury, and her husband Sergio, they also live here, but they live in another part of Albarari.
Okay, a massive problem. There is first piece of a garbage on the street. Okay, so the wind blew it here, but it's the first time I see something. And by the way, it's very interesting. Lots of people say that Dubai is super clean and there is no trash on the streets, but it's not true. Lately, there is a lot of trash. Would you like to add anything, Dana?
So most villas looks something like this villa. Not all of them, but mostly all of them look
So
like
if you see people actually outside, these are like staff that works, like people, like cleaning ladies that walk out the dogs. It's never the owner.
which surprised us a lot, because for me I think you don't have to, but it would be great to appreciate these territories. So there are so many super expensive cars that the owners, they don't even have place in parking lots for them. So some of them are actually in parking space, and some of them just outside because no space. And it's, I mean, I don't know. Some of the cars I've seen only here. Also, what's interesting here is that there is completely no interaction between neighbors. So if you walk and you see someone who's living here, they don't even say hi to each other. So it's a place for people that just sit in the car, drive, go inside of their villas, and don't interact with each other like at all. People don't even know here who their neighbors are, and they don't really want to know that. So this is a very fun candy also. So that was a walking tour of Albarari. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, and we are going to show you in our next videos some other things from this area, such as cars, etc.